Hi everyone, it's Kai Noah coming to you once again as the Teddy Bear Thinker. In today's video, I'll be sharing the third C of cutting corporate loopholes and taxes. Once again, my Green Square deal is my response to the Green New Deal that was proposed last year by the progressive leaders of today. And my Green Square deal is influenced by our 26th president, Theodore Roosevelt, nicknamed Teddy Roosevelt. When he was running for president, he campaigned on his policy proposal of the Square Deal, conserving natural resources, controlling corporations, and fighting for more consumer protection. I've been updating you with my Green Square Deal, and that the first C was combating the human causes and effects of climate change. The second was changing both our trade and immigration systems. And finally, the third is cutting corporate loopholes and taxes. To explain such a boring subject, I thought it was best to explain it through a little picture that I had created years back and redrawn last year. So here we go. It definitely starts with the relationship between our corporations, our businesses, and the government. We know that lovely relationship exists with our lovely lobbyists, as we know that lobbyists are hired by our corporations and businesses to capture more of that money being sent over to the government. As you can see in my graphic, I've got little people drawn there representing our lobbyists with a little net, once again, trying to capture more of the money they're sending over to the government through tax cuts, tax credits, or tax deductions, subsidies, whatever you want to call them. That's what our lobbyists are trying to do. And then the government, yes, again, that's how we say that the lobbyists have so much influence over our politicians. There's no denying that it's there. But however, my proposal once again is cut the corporate loopholes, all the deductions, all the subsidies and all that. Get rid of them. Get rid of them all, whether they're the oil subsidies, whether they're the renewable energy tax credits, and just level the field completely. How do we do that? Well, a simulation has been conducted of cutting it down to a certain percentage, and then the other was 9%, and then the other was completely eliminating it. The one that I'm kind of see myself agreeing with is cutting it down, the corporate tax rate down to 9% and eliminating all loopholes. That's again, deductions, credits of the sort, subsidies. Reason being is when we do that, then all the money that these corporations make, there's no reason for them to park them overseas, with how we've seen in articles after articles that some of our corporations had worth $2 trillion parked in overseas account, safe from the U.S. government from getting their hands on them. So the whole point is this: if we cut the corporate tax rate to a friendly rate of 9%, as that simulation had suggested, and completely eliminating all the subsidies and the loopholes and the deductions and all the credits, then the economy would actually be okay, and in fact, it would grow even more. Once again, all that money overseas can come back home to the corporations. The corporations can then decide to invest, expand their businesses, provide more services, create more goods. They can open it up for more investors. Investors are going to see that the businesses are doing so well. And then again, if we cut the corporate tax rate and eliminate all the tax credits and all that, there would be no need for the lobbyists to go ahead and fight the government for more, or again, capture more of that money. Now lobbyists, in a perfect world, or even in a close to perfect world, the lobbyists will be out of a job fighting on behalf of the corporations for more of that money. So now, potentially, the lobbyists can now go ahead and join private unions. Private unions to negotiate between workers and corporations to say, hey, your tax rate is so low, you've got all the money now, you have it to increase salaries, you have it to expand business, how about increasing wages? And the corporate lobbyists can now become lobbyists on your part, the private unions and the sort. And once again, when we cut the corporate tax rate down to 9%, that's going to be some major business for the United States of America. Other countries would not be able to compete with that. It would be the lowest in the developed world. And with that, foreign countries and corporations are going to be like, wow, the United States is so business friendly. Bring in more of that money to grow more of our green energy, our green industry, whether that be through renewable energy, nuclear energy, or any of the other industries that will help address this pressing issue of climate change, of a messy immigration and trade system, and again, even a messy tax system for both businesses, corporations, for both businesses and people. So if we cut the corporate tax rate and cut the loopholes, get rid of them all, level the playing field, okay, bring the money that's parked overseas, bring it back home, money to grow the economy and address the need to increase millions of high-level energy jobs, and again, to combat the human causes and effects of climate change. So I would love to hear your thoughts. That was the third C, once again, cutting corporate loopholes and taxes to grow business, to grow the economy, to increase wages, to increase salaries, and again, all while curing our economy and cherishing our environment. Once again, I'm Kai Noah, coming to you as the Teddy Bear Thinker. Would love to hear your thoughts. Thanks, everyone. Take care.